This is the CC Radio Podcast. Welcome to Comic Confidential, the weekly show where we discuss our favorite things from popular culture. My name is Cade.
It is correct. Correct answer. You win a prize, sir. My name is Troy. Also correct. Today we're going to talk about. Today's a little bit of a weird one. It's not necessarily news, but it's kind of news.
It's just our thoughts on things.
Just things that we want to talk about. We're gonna we've just walked out of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah,
and we can't talk about that.
Our brain's mush, so it's like, okay, what can we talk about?
So
we could talk about Endgame and be one of those podcasts that jump that gun way too early.
Yeah, it's like give people a chance to breathe.
Yeah.
People have got to get out there and see it 3 times before.
Well, one of our very good friends, he saw it for the 3rd time in 2 days with us,
which is insane. So
it's ridiculous.
It is Thursday, so it's launch day technically, but yeah, he watched it twice on Wednesday and once today with us.
Wow.
Man is more dedicated than I am. I'll probably see it again before we actually talk about it next week, but I think it's nothing to do with the movie at all, but it's long. So, I don't know how you can give 9 hours of your life in 24.
And that's how I see it. He has literally given away half a day of his life to Avengers Endgame.
Well, and more power to him. More power to him. But before we do any of whatever we've just spoken about, there are a couple of things that you guys can do to help support the show.
First thing you can do is leave us a 5-star review on iTunes saying all kinds of nice things.
Absolutely. Or you can visit patreon.com/ComicConPod and help support the show that way. What's the final way? And
the final thing that they can support us is join our listener community on Facebook.
Do it.
You can just
do it.
It's spoiler free at the moment.
Is it?
Yes.
Because I haven't even been.
Yeah. No, there's strict rules. It's no spoiler talk until we do our spoiler review.
Okay.
And then all bets are off.
And all bets are off. If you haven't seen it in a week and a half,
that's your fault.
Too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, well, this is probably a pretty good way to kick it off because we'll kick it off with we just went and saw Avengers.
Yes.
We know that, right? We just said it. That happened.
It's a fact.
But we did it as part of a live show with Event Cinemas Smithfield.
Yes, we did. So we went down there.
We did
a live show.
It's live, so we had to be there.
Out a whole bunch of prizes. A whole bunch of free tickets.
Yeah, it was great.
It was very good.
So we did we did MCU trivia, basically. 21 questions, as it were. So we had 21 MCU movies before Endgame.
Don't confuse that with the 50 Cent song, 21 Questions.
Yeah, exactly.
I got completely confused and looked like an absolute dick.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with it, but also everything to do with it.
Yeah.
Because if that song didn't come out, would 21 Questions even be a thing?
I don't know.
How do we even talk about it if it's not?
Maybe there would be 21 MCU movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason why they did it.
I think that's why.
I think
that's why they split Infinity War into 2 movies.
Yeah. Well, I think Kevin Feige is just he's a real big 50 Cent fan.
Yeah, he is.
And he's like, oh, you know what my favorite 50 Cent song is? 21 Questions. Oh my God, let's do 21 Marvel movies.
Is that your favorite?
No.
What's your favorite 50 Cent song?
I'll tell you what it isn't. Candy Shop.
Oh, that's not a good one. But I feel like that's a club banger.
Yeah.
And club bangers are terrible.
Yeah.
But that will get me on the dance floor in a nightclub.
Literally a couple of drinks and you're on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's fair,
my friend.
That's fair.
I don't know what my favorite 50 Cent song is. What was the first one that he brought out?
In the Club.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite? Wow.
Why not? I'll give it to that for now.
Okay.
But only because you've put me on the spot and I can't think of any 50 Cent songs because the guy hasn't brought out an album. You know what I liked? I Hate It or Love It.
Oh, yeah, that was really
in the
good.
Game. Yeah. All right, what's yours?
Hate It or Love It or 21 Questions.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, no, really.
No one's favorite 50 Cent song is 21 Questions.
It's good.
Unless your name is Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Or probably 50 Cent.
Yeah, they're my 2 favorite. No, you know what my favorite thing from 50 Cent is?
What?
Vitamin water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We did get that.
Yeah.
We did get that.
I wonder how much money he made off vitamin water.
He sold it for God. I do remember hearing about it. And it was $500 million. But I don't know if it was
right.
I don't know if it was quite that.
Whatever happened to vitamin water? Because it was huge.
People realize that it's not actually healthy for you at all.
I think maybe that's what it was. It's you know what, guys? You're just drinking cordial.
It's just sugar water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. But guy made a lot of money off it.
I think Coca-Cola bought it off him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how's that? You know what I mean? And Dre sells Beats to Apple.
You know what we need to do? We need to come up with something that we can sell.
All right, vitamin Beats.
I like that.
All right,
it's vitamins that you eat while you're out on the beat.
I like it. So we're going to sell it to
police officers. Yeah, only police officers.
Vitamins that you eat while you're out on the beat.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's good.
Look, that's catchy.
If either Apple or Coke don't come to us with at least $500 million.
Look, I'll take 100 billion.
Well, that's more than $500 million.
Oh yeah, it is. I guess.
Yeah. So I only want offers $100 billion or more. Yeah. Anyway, the whole point of any of that was the fact that we did the live show today. It was a great success. We want to thank everybody that did come out. If you were there was the queues at the cinema were insane.
Holy moly! I've never seen the cinema that busy, Troy.
I can tell you right now, I've never seen it that busy.
I feel like the line was a kilometer long.
Yeah, it probably wasn't, but
I don't know.
At least
there was 10 people wide as well.
So I know you kind of need to understand the area that we're talking about to know, but just picture your local event cinemas, but a big one, because this is a big one. So picture the biggest event cinemas that you know, and the line went from the counter all the way from the counter
out the door,
out the lines, out the door, down the stairs,
which is the longest set of stairs.
It's at least a flight of stairs easy.
No.
Two stories.
It would be 3.
No, whatever.
It would be 3 flights of stairs.
Anyway,
I get up there. I'm like,
yeah, but
I've heard this movie.
3 stairs.
Give me 3 packets of M&Ms.
I've earned it.
I've burnt it off.
It's basically negative calories now.
They're almonds to me.
But anyway, the point is, long line.
It was a long-ass line.
And yeah, so it was a great success. And we do want to thank Rachel from Event Cinemas in Smithfield for putting that together. So thank you very much, Rachel. Yeah. You are spectacular in your own way.
Fantastic.
Which is probably always. But I don't know.
Yeah. And I think what we'll do is we're going to give them the exclusive access to that audio file.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to listen to that, they can jump over to their Facebook page. We'll share that when that's out and about.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe we won't.
Who knows? You can't hold me accountable for anything.
Haven't you listened to this show for long enough to know we can't be trusted? But while we're talking about lines, I guess it is a better segue. We've got a couple of things that we want to talk about, but it's probably a better segue to jump into with how insane the lines were. The fact that they are predicting for Avengers Endgame a possible $1 billion worldwide opening weekend, which is nuts.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And considering that this is a 3-hour long movie, which means it's going to get less cinema time than what the average movie would get.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the major controversies behind Batman vs Superman and I guess Justice League.
Yeah, they were the only 2 controversies.
Well, one of the bigger ones was that they cut down that time to get... Actually, no, it was Justice League. Yeah, they cut down that time so they can get more showings in.
Well, remember the Ultimate Edition of Batman was 3 hours long.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Batman vs. Superman, sorry. But I mean, exactly. So you've got a movie that's probably not going to get as many showings as it would because it is as long as it is. It's already in its first day. And I know, look, by the time you hear this episode, you will know probably whether it did make $1 billion in its first weekend or not. We're a little bit early. We're Thursday, the weekend before. But I think it's a very good chance. It made $100 million in China in its first day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is 3 times the previous record or something like that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Which is nuts.
Far out.
Yeah.
This movie, do you think this is going to be a $3 billion movie? If it makes $1 billion on its opening weekend, the average runtime for a movie in the cinemas these days is what, 12 weeks? 16 weeks?
Well, it depends, but yeah. It depends on how much money the studio has, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is how long it stays in for. But I guess the biggest thing is it's going to depend on people's reactions to it. And I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give a single thing away. But what it will come down to is whether people like it or not. And that's going to come to repeat viewings. That's going to come to word of mouth. It's going to come to, like, people are going to go out and see this movie anyway. It's just whether they keep coming back or they keep telling other people to go and see it.
Well, here's the thing. We spoke earlier about a friend of ours already seeing it 3 times.
Yeah.
I know other people who have already seen it twice in 2 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I want to know where these people get this unlimited supply of time.
Time. Where?
Yeah.
Time stone.
That's what they've got.
Every one of them has a time stone.
Everyone who goes the first day to see Avengers gets their very own time stone.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
A little known fact, Event Cinemas hands out time stones as you go. If you haven't gone to Event Cinemas, then why would you even bother going to a cinema?
Oh, and you know what? While you're at Event Cinemas, get yourself the Mad Titan cocktail.
Well, I don't know if they do it everywhere.
Oh, really?
It might just be ours.
Is that just an exclusive thing?
I think it's an exclusive one for ours. And look, this is not a paid promotion from Event Cinemas. I know it might sound like it, but it's not.
But it's not. Look,
okay.
They gave me stuff, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
good.
Yeah. They gave me stuff for free.
For free.
And now I am talking about them.
Yeah.
This is not paid.
It's not paid at all. Check out Event Cinemas. Use promo code CCP for a 0% discount.
Yeah, none of that is true. Do not go in there and ask for that. People will
try, and they'll be like, who are you even talking about?
Are you talking about communist Russia? CCCP? Is this the... Anyway.
Far out.
All right. So thank you for all of that is our point.
Yes.
One of the first things that we wanted to get out of the way. So yeah, and money, man, like $1 billion in its first weekend. Do you think it'll do it? And what do you think it will end up on?
Look, I reckon this will open to 1.2 billion.
Oh.
Yeah, because...
wild predictions from Cade.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to go $1 billion, just go that little bit more.
Just go 1.2.
Yeah, 1.2. Like, don't even bother with... If you aren't bringing me $1 billion...
Yeah.
If you aren't bringing me 1.2...
Yeah.
You get out of here.
Get out of here.
I don't want your bill. Keep that. That's chump change now.
Yeah. I need that extra $200 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm playing for keeps.
Yeah.
And if you're coming here with that low ass ball money,
get out of here. All right. So you think 1.2, how much do you think overall? And what do you think it needs to actually be a financial success?
Oh, okay. So look, there's some things in this movie where I reckon they saved a lot of money.
Yeah. Please do not speak about anything.
No.
But yeah.
And in saying that, I reckon it's going to get three. It's going to get, if it doesn't get to 3, it'll be like 2.8.
Do you think it'll crawl over 3?
Yeah. So it'll be 3.2.
So in your mind, this movie will surpass all of the other movies. Do you think it'll surpass Avatar and Titanic?
Yes.
Domestically?
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
This will be the movie that will knock those two off?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And the thing is, this will be a single release.
Well, true, yeah.
Because those two movies, they got extra releases.
You know, Black Panther made as much money as it did. It went back for a re-release in the cinemas. And you know what they did? They gave all earnings to like various charities. I can't remember off the top of my head what the charity it was, but any money that they made from their second time viewings, none of this, it didn't go to the box office.
Oh, that's so good.
It went to charity. So fucking Jesus Christ, Titanic and Avatar.
Yeah.
Step your game up.
Geez, you know what? If there was more money put into like anti-sinking campaigns for boats,
maybe it wouldn't have happened. You know? What about mining resources on random blue people planets?
Yeah.
What about
having like tree sex?
Mm-hmm.
And like that's
we're raising awareness for tree sex.
Yeah. Like there's not enough tree sex going on.
I think you'd be surprised, pal.
Yeah. Hey, write in. Let us know.
I would happen to agree with you, just so we're clear. I don't think it's going to be 1.2 billion, but I think it'll cross $1 billion.
Yeah.
I think, yes, you're right. This will be the first $3 billion movie. And I think it will finally knock off Avatar and Titanic.
I just wanted to do that to get those smug bastards off the top.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of jumping onto Box Office Mojo, not a paid advertisement, but jumping onto boxofficemojo.com, use promo code CCP, but jumping onto there and like looking at the worldwide and the friggin', domestic, like all time.
Yeah. And it's just sitting there.
It's just like, how has no one beaten Titanic? Yeah. Man, that movie is shit.
It's not that good.
It's not good at all.
It's like, I don't even know if it was pioneering. I guess of like boat sinking movies, maybe.
It pioneered Leonardo DiCaprio's career.
Maybe.
That's something.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, there's no denying that it has its appeal.
And there's no denying that there was room for two.
Well, there's no denying. This movie did have Billy Zane in it, so that's always going to be good.
Yeah.
That's worth at least the number 3 spot all time domestically.
What's the 3 movies you know Billy Zane for?
Titanic.
Yep.
Phantom.
Yep.
And Zoolander.
Yeah,
probably.
of course. Yeah. They're the only 3 that I think he's ever done.
This dude has a resume like the size of the length of my legs.
Yeah,
I'm sure. But nah.
What do you know him for? Those top 3.
Titanic, Phantom, Zoolander.
Okay, here's a better question. Which one is his best out of those 3? And you know it's Zoolander.
I have a soft spot for the Phantom movie.
Do you really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I will forever remember the poster that had the tagline "Slam Evil."
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And then had the ring and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's his best.
Okay.
Followed closely by Zoolander. The 3 seconds he was in Zoolander, and whatever that other movie is that we're not talking about anymore.
The Phantom is forever tarnished for me.
Why?
Because it was the first movie I ever had spoiled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was spoiled?
One of my friends was like, "Oh, this is going to happen in the next scene," and that did happen. And he did that over and over throughout the movie. I was like, "Well, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done."
Let me ask you a question. Did you slam Evil?
I slammed hard.
Oh,
I slammed my door and I cried all night long.
Excellent. I'm going to segue into something else now. I have no better segue than that.
Well, yeah, Slam Evil.
Slam Evil.
Digital Evil.
Clickbait titles are becoming...
it's out of control.
It's out of control. It's absolutely insane. And I do want to go on the record and say that I, for one, have had enough. I've had enough of clickbait titles, Cade.
Let's make a stand.
Let's make a stand against it.
Hashtag. We haven't done a hashtag in a while.
Okay, go.
Hashtag and clickbait.
And clickbait.
Yeah.
I like that. That's actually probably
pretty good.
Yeah, like worthwhile.
That could happen.
Yeah. Hashtag and clickbait, because I was scrolling through because I'm like, you know what? I've spent a little bit of time off the internet because of Avengers Endgame. I didn't want anything spoiled for me. And I decided, I was like, oh, well, let's have a catch up on the news. So I perused a couple of the sites that I normally peruse. Do you want me to name names?
Yeah.
Do you want me to name and shame?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about a little website called comicbookmovie.com. Not to be confused with comicbookmovie.com.au. You should check that one out.
That's a fantastic website.
But yeah, comicbookmovie.com. And one of the first articles that I saw, written by a young man, don't actually know how old he is, not even sure if he's a man, I'm just generally assuming by the name, Josh Wilding. This is the title.
That's commonly known as a man's name, in this part of the world at least.
Yeah, correct. So this is, guys, hear me out. This is the actual title for an article that I did not click on because I could not even, I was so angry. This is the title. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready? Captain Marvel has now made more at the worldwide box office than any of the Batman movies.
Wee. Wow. Look, those classic Adam West movies, I'm surprised they got beaten.
I don't understand.
Those direct-to-TV movies. Like how is Captain Marvel beating that?
There is no relevance. The only reason you are doing that is to push some sort of clickbait triggering agenda. It's the whole Kim Kardashian, any publicity is good publicity. You know, getting famous off a sex tape, who cares? Still got famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this seems to be like there are so many websites out there that are pushing this kind of like agenda. It's like, we don't care whether you are outraged by this or, you know, whether you're outraged by our title or whatever. We just want your clicks, damn it.
And you know what? Every click you get, I get a couple of cents.
Yeah, exactly. And so now we've got like absolute bullshit titles like Captain Marvel has now made more at the worldwide box office than any of the Batman movies.
Hang on.
Tell me what that means.
Exactly. And that's what I was about to ask you, Troy. What's that even mean to you? Do you even care?
I genuinely could not care less. What is the point?
Hey, you know what I like?
All it is, they know there is an uproar. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
They already know that Captain Marvel has
powerful woman movie.
Oh, how dare
beats
you.
the most powerful man movie.
This is bullshit.
You know what?
I am outraged even more now. I'm going to click on this title.
I'm going to go hate watch Captain Marvel.
Because that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You're still going to watch it, you dickhead. Anyway, so yeah, I really don't understand. And I think we should definitely hashtag end clickbait because this is honestly one of the first things that I saw. And I mean, if we can't trust in sites like comicbookmovie.com,
who can you trust?
Who can you trust? Like, but honestly, this is one of the bigger
absolutely,
like entertainment websites out there for this sort of stuff, for
definitely
pop culture stuff.
You compare that to comicbook.com. Yeah. Between those two, those are the biggest websites.
Those are easily the biggest two.
ccradio.com.au comes in a close third.
It's like at least a third. We've got at least 6 articles on there from the past 4 years. But you know
what? There's no clickbait.
None of it.
Yeah.
But do you understand what I'm saying though? Like there can be. Like, there has to be some accountability.
You want an ethical news outlet.
Well, who is the person that is standing there and going, you know what, contributing writer, I'm going to put that in there because I know that people are going to they're going to click on that, whether they're outraged or whether they agree with it or whatever it is, we know people are going to click. That's a good clickbait title. Yeah, man. Give me that.
You know, I wonder if there's a department for it where they get actual genuine journalists in to write these fantastic, I guess, pieces. And then it goes through the clickbait factory.
Well, let me stop you right there. None of these people are genuine journalists. I will tell you that right now.
It's not just this website, though, because it actually extends into news and things like that.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, this is I'm only talking about this because it's within our realm.
Yeah.
Like it's within the pop culture sort of realm. But don't get me wrong. There were. I'm not just calling out Josh Wilding and comicbookmovie.com, but those two. Definitely.
Yeah.
You should probably avoid both of those things. But there are plenty of other sites that do the same thing as well.
Absolutely.
And man, my life for the last couple of days off the internet has been amazing.
Yeah. Is that like a digital cleanse for you?
Yeah. Like you walk outside and you see things because you're looking.
Oh, wow.
You're looking at the sky and
What's
stuff.
that big bright thing up in the sky?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Fair call.
That's my story. That's all I wanted to say.
So, do you want to? Where do you want to go from here? Do you want to avoid news articles like that, or news sites like that, or is it that it's really unavoidable, isn't it?
I think it's an epidemic, realistically, and I think it's something that people have realized gets them easy clicks.
Yeah,
and because of that, they're not going to stop.
Okay, well, let's visit an idea that we had a little while ago.
Sure,
and let's see how easy it is to clickbait the world.
Okay.
And let's run the idea that Gal Gadot is going to Marvel.
Oh, I don't know if that will work anymore.
You don't reckon?
I think it's way
because it may be too believable.
So, to give you guys some so it's not just
new listeners.
Yeah. So to give the new listeners some sort of backstory to this, we were going to run a story on our website that Gal Gadot had in fact decided to leave the DCU after Wonder Woman 1984 and jump ship to the MCU in a new role.
Indeed.
Wrote the article and everything.
Did you really?
I sent it to you.
I couldn't even read it.
Anyway, so we were going to release that just to see how far these things would spread. All you got to do is a source close to this person.
And we said that she was going to be...
can't remember.
Lady Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk. Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Yeah. We did say that. But anyway, so you've got to keep it believable, and you've got to make it realistic, and you've got to name sources without naming sources. We did all that, but we didn't actually get around to doing it. So maybe we need to go back and revisit that.
I think we should do it.
Just look, I mean, we're doing this is a community assistance, realistically,
and I'll Photoshop her green and everything.
Yeah. We are out there. We're trying to raise awareness to just
end clickbait.
Ending clickbait. Hashtag end clickbait, you guys.
We'll make that happen.
All right, we'll do it.
All right.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
So, Troy, this week, a comic book series that I am absolutely in love with.
Yeah.
The Boys.
Oh, yeah. You've said it once or twice.
Once or twice. I think I may have mentioned it maybe a handful of times on the podcast, but not too many.
Yeah.
But they have now released their Red Band trailers to the TV show.
Yes.
Produced by Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Now, if you haven't got an Amazon Prime membership, this might just get you over the line. Not sponsored.
Sponsored.
By Amazon Prime. This episode will be called hashtag
Unsponsored.
Unsponsored. No, hashtag and clickbait. Not sponsored.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am so keen for this this TV show because it will have to obviously take some liberties because the comic is extremely graphic, extremely violent, to the point where it sounds silly to say it, but it's comedic.
Yeah.
Because you will only get away with that in a comic book.
Yeah.
If you put that on the screen, they'll have to invent a new rating.
Yeah.
Like R, R.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but from what I've seen in this trailer, it looks very good. It looks as close as we're going to get in this realm of I guess extreme violence.
Yeah, and this is the Red Band trailer, obviously,
Yes.
that's been dropped. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But it's the same guys that bought us Preacher.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Look, I started to get back into Preacher, but I stopped after the end of season 2, and I really want to see season 3 because that's kind of the season that I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I know it's wrapping up after season 4, I believe. Season 4 is its last one. So I will go back and get there. It kind of, like, I dropped off a little bit, and then I came back, and then I dropped off again. So I guess, to answer your question, I'm kind of a bit up in the air. Like, the fact that it's brought to us by the same people. Just because one of them is Seth Rogen doesn't mean that I'm, like, just automatically in.
Yeah. And why would that make you like automatically in unless you're like a huge fan of what his
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're like a huge fan of his like over the top stoner humor.
Yeah.
It might not be for you.
Yeah.
But see, I'm on the other foot here because I didn't read the Preacher comics until after I watched the TV show.
Right.
Now I've read the comics before this TV show comes out, so I'm going to be on the lookout of going, that's wrong, that's wrong. And then I have to live with that.
Oh, fucking welcome to my world, finally.
Exactly. But from what I've seen, I am liking it. And I am like open to the fact that there will have to be obvious differences.
Yeah, so I haven't read as much as you. I've spoken about this on the show before. I think I'm 1 or 2 volumes in. Definitely 1, maybe 2. You've read the whole thing. How does it seem to be, matching up so far insofar as what the characters look like and all that sort of stuff?
Look, I am going to say the Butcher, who is the main character. It's who Carl Urban is playing.
Yep.
He isn't as big as what I was expecting.
Big, like physically big, yeah?
Yeah, like because the Butcher, that's a huge part of that guy's personality is the fact that he's so physical.
Yeah.
And like he's daunting. People actually look at him and they kind of shit themselves.
Yeah.
But everyone else is looking really on point.
I am assuming, with the comic being that it is, people actually have shat themselves.
I wouldn't put it past it.
I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
Yeah. I really hope they have his dog in there because the dog adds a lot of humor to what the comics is.
Yep.
But Mother's Milk,
yeah,
spot on.
Okay.
Yeah. The Frenchman,
yep,
don't see a lot of him. And Huey, so far off, but he was also based off Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
But you can't get Simon Pegg because he's like 400 years old now.
Well, they are getting Simon Pegg in this movie, don't forget.
TV show. And yes, they're getting it as the dad.
Correct.
Which is awesome.
That's something at least.
I will take that. That's a good runners-up prize.
Yeah. Well, I'm personally I'm pretty excited for this. This is like I know we are being almost like I don't want to say saturated because that's not a good word. I don't think we're oversaturated with comic book like TV shows or anything like that.
You say that and you look at my Plex account where I've got the whole season of The Flash, the whole season of Arrow, the whole season of Legends of Tomorrow.
Well, look, we know that Arrow is wrapping up after its next season.
Yeah, I need to finish that.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is wrapping up after its next to-next-season. So it's about
to say that, and then they'll be like, we're back, baby!
Yeah, tricks.
We've got another 10 seasons. We're supernaturally in it.
Preacher's wrapping up after season 4. Legion's wrapping up after its next season.
I thought Legion got cancelled, actually.
I mean, the writing was probably on the wall. So I think the creators took the reins themselves and kind of went, let's take control here and let's finish it how we want to finish it.
See, because I thought that would have been all just done in the whole Disney Fox deal anyway.
Well, they're all up in the air. It's no guarantee that any of these shows are going to continue over with Disney. And there's no guarantee like what the time frame would be for them to even do that. So I think, and case in point is The Gifted, which has just been cancelled after its second season. So there's a lot of stuff that's coming in, but we are definitely getting some stuff that's going as well.
And did I hear something about Marvel's Runaways?
No, it's been renewed for a third season.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you watched the second season?
I have.
Ooh, is it good?
Binged it in a day and a half.
Oh, okay. So that means it's terrible.
Yeah, look, and don't get me wrong, I just had a lot of time on my hands. And once I got started, I'm like, I'm just going to knock this thing out.
Is it worth me investing the time in?
Oh, look, I think so. You were a big fan of the first season.
I loved it.
So
it was fantastic.
If you're a big fan of the first season, then you may as well go out and see the second season. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest doing it. It might not be for everybody. It can be a little slow in parts, but I enjoyed it overall. Like I thought it was pretty good from start to finish. And then, but for everything that's going, we've got a lot of good stuff coming in, and that's kind of what I'm excited about. So you can't call it oversaturation when so many things are ending anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if The Flash finishes up pretty soon, or we get an announcement that it's probably going to finish up pretty soon.
Well, here, slight spoilers for The Flash. Another spoiler, I haven't watched any of The Flash this season.
Okay, yeah.
But
everyone knows that, but that's okay.
I'm very, very excited that they have now got Godspeed in there.
Yeah, but the problem with The Flash is that they can have like a really good villain like Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Or Zoom. Or Reverse Flash. Again. Or
the Black Racer.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can have these like great characters. But they can also find a way to make them insanely boring. And I think that's a lot to do with the 22 episode format.
Yeah, definitely.
I know Godspeed's coming in late to the season, so we'll see what that happened, like how that happens. I haven't come back from the mid-season break yet, so I'm a few episodes behind. How's
Chris Klein going in there?
Well, he's still in it at the mid-season break, so I don't know what's happened afterwards. I mean, I can't give you spoilers because I haven't seen it, but I would assume that if they're bringing Godspeed in, they've probably gotten rid of Cicada.
You would think so.
But I don't know that.
He's a very boring villain.
I don't understand any of it, nor do I care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just, why? Why is this a thing?
Are they writing themselves in the corners again? Is it Iris West? Is Iris West the problem?
No, look, I don't have as big a problem with Iris West as other people do.
She was pretty bad the last season.
What it seems to be like heavily focused on Nora West.
The
daughter. Spoiler alert, if you're that far behind, but if you're that far behind, you're not catching up.
You don't care.
There is no way you're catching up on this show. But yeah, so she's in it, and she's in it a lot, and she seems to be the focal point a lot.
Okay.
And, almost to the point where they instantly underpower Barry to kind of make her, the center point or the,
right. Yeah. So they're building up her to be the main hero then?
Not necessarily, but it's kind of that in order for her to take the limelight, she has to stand out. She has to stand out, and she has to kind of beat Barry in a way, or be better than him, or faster in some instances, which is almost bizarre.
Oh, the Flash really wrote itself into a corner when it did the Flash time, where he could basically go super speed while he was in super speed. There's absolutely no excuse for you to be too slow for anything.
Nobody should be faster than you. How are you getting punched by people? None of that makes sense. Even if they're superpowered, unless they have super speed, you shouldn't be getting punched by people.
The thing is, you could let's say you get the drop on him.
How?
Let's just say you did.
Okay.
You got the drop on him and you went to punch him.
Yeah.
His neurons would fire by the time he feels like the skin touching.
Exactly.
That he wouldn't actually get the force. He could just move.
Yeah. He'd get a little love tap.
And that will be
he'd be gone.
It wouldn't even be that. It would just be skin on skin contact.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, that's a punch. I'm going to move.
Yeah, we'd probably feel the wind of it coming.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And be out of the way before it even hit him. That's the point. None of that actually happens. It's just rando friggin' Weather Witch or fucking someone is, smacking him with a wand and stuff. And it's how does that happen? Hey, how do you get hit with a stick, Barry? You're the fastest man alive. I barely get hit with sticks, and I'm slow as shit.
Look, fair point.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing anything. Actually, I'm agreeing.
Okay. Just so we're clear, barely get hit with sticks. I have been hit with sticks before in my life.
So don't come after him.
Yeah. It's not like I'm completely immune to being hit with sticks. So please don't.
I'm going to try
Please
that
don't test it.
on the way out. Look, that's probably a little bit of a good segue because I've been reading some Flash comics too.
Okay.
And I'm really excited for where the Flash comics are going. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers for any Flash comics, maybe skip forward, I don't know.
Half an hour
at least. Half a day.
Yeah.
Go watch Avengers Endgame, then come back. Yeah. But what I'm really excited about is there's all these new forces that are coming into the Flash.
Okay.
Which is really, really cool. So, and they kind of write in it in a way that it's been like Flash lore forever.
Right.
But the Flash is just being too dumb to figure it out.
Okay.
Or too naive, or he's like, I've got too much on my plate.
He's TV Flash.
Yeah.
He's just clueless.
Because comic book Flash is like the best hero that you could ever have.
Right.
Like, you know, he can hold down a proper job.
Yep.
Get promoted, get demoted, get shifted around.
Yep.
Has a girlfriend, helps another Flash. And now he's finding out about all these other things.
Okay. So what are these other things?
So the main one that I want to talk about, and it's the one that they've touched on the most, is there seems to be like a strength force.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially what it does is it basically turns anyone who has a strength force into a Hulk-like character.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I really like is the rogues are obviously in the Flash comics.
Yeah.
And the trickster.
Okay.
Got I guess the
strength force.
The strength force.
Okay.
Which is interesting because in the most common version of the trickster that's in Rebirth.
Yeah.
He's like this little skinny windy guy.
Well, it's pretty much it's Mark Hamill on the TV show.
Yeah. But imagine it was like his kid and he was like windy.
Right.
Just, like wiry as hell.
Oh, they did bring, I think maybe it was this season or it might have been last season. They did bring Kid Trickster, whatever.
Yeah, so it's effectively it's him.
Yeah. Son of Trickster.
Yeah. Trickson.
Nope.
No, didn't land that.
Nope.
So yeah, effectively he originally got it and like he just turned into this huge Hulk out thing, passed it on to the Flash. He got it too.
Right.
And now it's onto this brand new character. I'm not going to say too much about it,
right?
Because it could be a massive spoiler. And she could actually end up being a brand new, like, big hero into this DC world.
Okay, interesting.
So if you are not reading the Flash comics at the moment, I highly recommend that you do so because there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming out.
So when you get the strength force,
yes,
do you lose the speed force?
The Flash didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think what it does is they kind of tear each other apart a little bit.
Right.
But of course, all the where's Gorilla Grodd from?
Gorilla Town.
Gorilla City.
Yep. I was close.
Yeah, actually, you're pretty close for like the weirdest guess.
Yep. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, so Gorilla City had all the knowledge about all these other forces, and they wanted to teach Barry, but he was just too busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a dickhead.
What a dickhead. So yeah, now he's kind of backpacking around the world to learn about all these other.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is kind of a good take on the Flash because like the thing about the Flash is that there's like 18 fucking Flashes out there.
Yeah.
Let those other Flashes do what they need to do.
I feel like it's the same thing as it is. Like, I know we give a lot of shit to TV shows in regards to writing themselves into a corner and stuff like that. Do not doubt for a second that comic books don't do the same thing.
Oh man, they will reset a whole universe because of it.
They will rebirth the shit out of Rebirth to start fresh because it's like, okay, we've gotten to a point where the Superman can like pull planets in half now and push things out of orbit and stuff. So let's kind of redo him so he's not as strong as he was, or let's bring in a new version of him or something. And
I've tried so hard to get onto the Superman comics in Rebirth.
Yeah, it's
just hard, man, because it's all about his kid now.
Oh, okay.
And it's like,
wait, are we still in Rebirth, or have we moved past that?
No, we're still in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all about his kid.
Yeah, right.
And I know it gets up to like
son of Superman.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And it's just like, hey, I'm a little kid. I wear bloody PJs everywhere that have the Superman logo on it.
Yep.
And hey, I'm half Superman.
Because the last thing that I read that he was in was, I think that I saw him in was like I think it was the Trinity, maybe, that they called it.
Oh, okay.
With Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman in Rebirth.
Yeah.
So I correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free, you guys out there. I think it was called the Trinity, something like that. It was number 1, and that's kind of like the real sort of first kind of I guess showing that I had of the kid. And it was just a little boy. It was like a little toddler sort of thing, yeah?
He's a little bit older now, yeah.
Okay.
But just not enjoyable. That's not how I like my Superman.
Yeah.
I think they really hold off the Superman. It could be that I'm just not in a good part of that comic.
Yeah.
And now I'm never going to go back to it, really.
The only goddamn kids I want to see doing things are the Stranger Things kids.
Indeed.
If it's not them, get them out of here.
You're gone, mate.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Maybe those Shazam kids. They were all right,
Oh, yeah, they were pretty good too.
Yeah. That's it, though.
Yeah, no more.
No more. Other than those ones, that's it. Okay, well, I don't really have a lot to bring to the table for once in my life as far as reading comics goes.
Look, I don't want to brag, Troy, but I did read one other comic.
Okay, yeah, tell me. Yeah, okay.
It was Batman Year One.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so this actually makes me like a Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like Batman.
Wait, you didn't like Batman before?
Well, see, Batman has a flaw where the writers just always help him out.
He is the best superhero in the world, and he's the strongest, and he's the fastest,
and he's unbeatable.
And he's the bravest, and he's the best, and he's always got a plan for everything, okay? And don't you dare say otherwise.
Okay, you're right. And everything I said was fabricated and a lie.
Exactly.
But what I like about this is it shows like a really flawed Batman.
Yeah.
And a younger Batman.
Yeah, of course.
And he's hey, I presume he's like mid-20s?
I don't think they outright say... But do they?
No, they don't. But they make him to look very young.
Yeah.
And
it is in his first year as
Batman.
As Batman.
Yeah. And we see a really kick-ass Alfred.
Yeah.
Which I'm always down for a good Alfred.
You are a weird fan of like a younger version of Alfred.
Hey man, Alfred's a good dude.
I do not get it. Are you going to watch Pennyworth?
Hell no.
You're not that much of a
terrible.
Fan. It does look terrible. I don't know why you would bother making that show at all.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see any point.
To drop fucking ridiculous Easter eggs for something that they'll never pay off.
They cannot pay off.
Exactly.
Gotham is barely figured out a way to make it pay off, and, they did fine, whatever. But, Pennyworth isn't going to do it, is it?
I don't think so.
Like, I saw a thing, and this is like kind of going back to clickbaity titles or whatever, but it was like, get your first look at Thomas Wayne in Pennyworth. And it's like,
who cares?
Who the fuck cares?
You know what he's doing?
Wayne.
Hey, do you want a job?
Unless it's Flashpoint Thomas Wayne, no one gives a shit about Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, just no.
I really want like the DC EU to do a Flashpoint movie just so we can get that version of Batman.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Dadman. Yeah. If they call him Dadman, for sure.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Would you want Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen. One more thing.
Okay.
We're going to talk about one more thing before we go home for good. Titans.
Oh.
It's come back with season 2.
It has.
Well, it's coming. It hasn't yet. Don't freak people out.
Yeah. Don't jump on your DC streaming service and be like, hey, I can't get this because I'm in Australia.
A, you can't. B, don't jump on Netflix either because it's not going to be on there for about another year. But hey, maybe you could jump on to some,
Hey, do you like going to
Magic Land? The Bay?
Yeah.
Do you like your TV easy?
Oh. I got no others.
I got one more.
Okay.
Hey, you know what's kick-ass?
Hey.
Torrents. Anyway.
I'm going to arrest you now. You said the T word.
I said random words.
Oh, okay.
Like torrents, like of rain.
Wow. That's reaching.
That's a literal word.
No.
Fine. All right. Anyway, point is, Titans coming back. It's coming back for season 2. And we are getting, not Thomas Wayne, because no one gives a shit. We're getting Bruce Wayne, and it's Ian Glenn from Game of Thrones.
How's that make you feel? Because I haven't seen a lot of this guy's work, but he looks like a mean son of a bitch.
He's just this, like, he's probably a bit more bold than I would expect, like an older version of Bruce Wayne to be. You've seen behind the scenes shots. They haven't put a wig on him.
Oh, that's good though.
Sure.
Like, why not?
I don't care. Like, it's not that I'm like, like a Batman can't be bald, because he can.
It makes more sense. I feel like that'll be easier to get his cowl on.
Yeah, well, that's probably why he's going bald.
It's just like friction. It's rubbed all the hair away.
But yeah, so I am very, very interested to see what he does because he's got this like really, really kind of gruff, like manly look about him.
He's like a man's man.
And he's got a man's man voice.
Does he?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. He is British or something, but he'll fix that up, I'm sure.
They'll fix that in post.
Yeah.
Put the American filter on his voice.
Yeah. So I am.
Yeehaw.
Howdy, partner.
I'm the Batman.
To our American listeners, we apologize.
Unless you're from Texas, then I hope you appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many listeners we have from Texas. Don't mean to stereotype, but hey, I've seen enough Friday Night Lights to know that it's all about.
You're basically like a Texan citizen now.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm an honorary Texanian. Anyway, we're getting off track. Ian Glenn. Anyway, super pumped.
Yeah.
I wasn't the hugest fan of Titans.
Really? Because I was.
Yeah, I know. I do recall, maybe some of you guys haven't heard the episode, but we did a top 5 shows
of 2018. And Titans came in at number 1.
After Cade seeing one episode.
Hey, man, that was a badass episode. And I hold to that because that held out through the whole season for me.
Did not.
For me.
Yeah, that's fine for you. It was good. Like I had a good time. Like, I'm not saying that it was shit or anything like that. Please, it's like, just leave me alone for a bit. All I am saying is that, like, I liked it. I just wasn't blown away by it. Yeah. Is all I'm saying.
And that's fair.
Yeah. But I am really excited about this. Ian Glenn. Love him. Love him in Game of Thrones. Love him in that one other thing that I've seen that I can't remember what it's called. It's like a British TV show.
Is it old-timey?
No, it's not old-timey. It's like new-timey, but because it's British, it seems like it's old-timey.
You're just confusing the accents for medieval times, Cade.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're generalizing.
But I can't remember what it is, but I did like that too, so that's
okay.
a thing. But yeah, excited anyway is my point. Have you caught up on Doom Patrol?
No, I haven't. I haven't even watched the first episode.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know, because of stuff.
Number 1 show of the year.
I haven't even watched Umbrella Academy yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's been renewed for a season 2, so.
Has it really?
Get onto that.
That's on Netflix. There's no excuse for me not to watch that.
Absolutely not. No way. Like, there is no magic needed here, sir. All you need to do is just
believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
And reach for that Netflix button on your controller.
That's not a thing.
It is on mine, right?
Oh, do you have one? Yeah, that's nice.
It's the only reason I bought my TV because I had the Netflix button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, just watch it because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever. What does my opinion matter to you?
Not much.
Okay, we've only been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah.
Either you take my advice once or twice.
Troy, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to talk about some Game of Thrones stuff.
Oh, God, no, I can't. I got so much to say. 2 minutes is not enough time. Hey, so we're 2 episodes in, you guys.
So don't make it too spoilery.
I'm not going to put any spoilers in, I promise you.
But how are you rating it? Because the actual Foxtel service went down for a lot of people because there was so much traffic trying to stream the first episode of Game of Thrones.
I also read that it was pirated 55 million times in its first day of release or something like that.
And that's just in Australia.
That was pretty much just from here.
Yeah. Wow.
Look, I'm really excited. You put me on the spot. Look, I will say this without saying spoilers. I cannot wait for the longer episodes to come.
All right.
Because 55 minutes of this is not enough.
Is it just blue balling you?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's just, it's like brings you to the edge and then it's like, nah. We don't need to talk about these things. But 55 minutes, not enough. So once we hit these hour 20s, but I am like, there's a big battle coming next.
Is there?
Can't really talk too much about it. Don't want to say what it is, just in case people haven't seen episode 1 or 2 yet.
But something big is coming.
Something big is coming. And it's not winter because winter's here.
Oh. My God, that's what I hate even more.
What,
in
winter?
Medieval times.
It's
like winter scenes in medieval movies.
Why?
It's like, come on. This is ridiculous. Now you're looking even more medieval wearing fur and shit.
Oh, come on, man. It's like, it's just nature.
Yeah, is it though?
Well, technically, I guess. So here's all I can say about season 8 of Game of Thrones.
You've got 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know. It's everything that I've wanted to be, and maybe just even a little bit more.
Oh, really?
Oh, I can't wait. 4 more episodes left.
Is that all there is? Are they only doing 6?
They're only doing 6, but from now on, they're like hour plus, hour and 20.
Oh, wow.
They're all like, it's all like movie length episodes.
Maybe, you reckon, nah, not even going to half commit to that.
What?
I was going to say a viewing party.
Oh, no. The thing with it, like, you have to watch it week to week.
Yeah.
Because this, like, it will be spoiled within minutes if you are anywhere near the internet.
You even just hear your neighbors yelling out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this just happened.
Could you believe fucking, I'm not going to say anything just in case. But yeah, it's, it would be so much better if you could just binge it.
Yeah.
Like, cause you would not stop and you just watch the whole story just unfold as you go. Just like 7 or 8 or 9, whatever hours it's going to be of absolute glory. Having to wait week for week is a little bit shit.
Hard.
It's shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I had to say. Thanks for giving me some time.
Hey, no worries.
I appreciate it.
I can see it's been eating you up on the inside.
I do believe we hopefully are going to get together. Well, at least I'm going to get together with Amy. Don't know what you're going to be doing while this episode happens.
Who knows?
You just sit there in the background, just yelling.
Yeah.
Fucking medieval winter shit.
Yeah. Stuff your dragon.
Hashtag end medieval shows.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, we're hopefully going to do a season 8 wrap a week after the final episode. So,
definitely will. Definitely will.
As long as everyone's schedules can align and stuff. And
you don't have to worry about anyone else's schedules but your own.
Okay, sure. You know, Amy is like the busiest person on the planet.
She'll make it work.
Okay.
It's Game of Thrones.
That is Game of Thrones. You're right.
Yeah.
No listener feedback this week, Cade. That's all I got to say about that.
Good.
That'll probably be back next week because we are going to talk about Avengers Endgame.
Indeed. So
1,000%.
So if you want to leave us some feedback, join our listener community because in there we'll put up a little post that say, "Wait, what did you think of the movie? Did you pee?
Did you? I peed.
Yeah, you did pee.
Yeah. I feel like I found an okay spot, but I think if I had have gone 5 minutes earlier, it would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did miss something.
It wasn't that much, but it was
enough.
It was enough to make
you didn't pee. I'm very proud of you. You lasted the whole 3 hours. And
what
3
can I
minutes
say?
Or whatever it is.
What can I say?
You did well.
I
Your brother, however, picked the worst possible time.
Literally, the climax of the movie. I need to pee.
Yep.
It's like, you're a fuckhead. Just piss your pants. You would just piss your pants.
You have a cup there.
Yeah.
Just pee in it. Put it in the bin.
Yeah.
The teenagers that work there can deal with it later.
They'll understand.
Yeah. They will understand. So that is it. In the meantime, if you want to listen to past episodes and episodes of the other shows that are on the network or whatever they are, that is ccradio.com.au. You can check them out there. They are amazing. All of them.
All of them.
Even Believe.
Probably one of the better podcasts on the network, but who's to say?
Look, it absolutely goes in this order of awesomeness, okay? This is how it goes.
Okay.
I swear to God, this is it. It goes the Countdown Movie and TV Reviews podcast.
Easily the best podcast.
Right? Then it goes probably Pod Ads.
Yeah, okay.
Then it goes us. And then there's a couple others that aren't even on there yet.
But they're ahead.
They're ahead.
And then there's Believe.
There's like all the ideas we've had.
Oh, okay.
Are like in front. Yeah. they like come next. And then there's Believe.
That's fair.
Coming in the top 10. It's in the top 10.
It's in the top 10.
As long as it's in the top 10.
We need to invent another podcast to push it out of the top 10.
Yeah. That is it. You want me to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. As always, I am Troy.
And I'm Cade.
And this has been Comic Confidential.
Cheers.
Peace.